Hi guys! Welcome back to the Craft Time Studio. I'm Ange and I'm always on the hunt for new crafts to make. For this weekend, I thought of making wall hangings from clay. I used polymer clay, most of which were terracotta colored, with a couple of pastel colored clay for contrast, a texturing mat, a clay blade, a detail needle, and a clay roller. So first, we need to condition the clay. Remember not to skip on this step because clay that has not been conditioned well has a tendency to break or bubble. And since we're working with a bigger area, there is a bigger chance of breaking. So even though I say it all the time, I will not get tired of saying that you need to condition your clay. I rolled out my clay into the number 2 setting on the roller. Then, I got the texturing mat and used the bark texture to roll out into my slab. Then, using a circular cutter of about 2.75 inches in diameter, I pressed this on the slab to make a half circle. I used the blade to clean out the lower edge. Then, I also used the blade to scrape off the clay from the glass. I also had to clean out the edges with my hand because I used a plastic cutter. I read from my polymer clay groups that if you're using a plastic cutter, you should cover the slab first with cling wrap to get a clean cut. I might do this for the next time, although smoothing it out with my hands also worked out. Then, I punched out the holes so that I could put my metal connectors later. I conditioned my second slab, again rolling it out into the number 2 setting. You will use the same setting for all the slabs that you will roll out. With this slab, I wanted to make a rectangle and a triangle. I textured it again using my texturing mat and I cleaned out the edges and cut out my shapes using the blade. For my third slab, I used a circular cutter again to make a half circle, but this time, I didn't texture it. And for my smaller pieces, I used an uneven shape and pastel-colored clay for contrast. As you will see later, I moved my pieces around so that I could get the combination that I liked. Once everything is fully baked, I got a bamboo stick and some burlap twine to hang my pieces from. Then, I attached my metal findings. For those of you wondering, I place my holes on my clay before I bake them. Remember that if this is what you plan to do, I suggest using a very tiny circular cutter so that when you make your holes, the clay doesn't move, or you don't distort your shape. I know that some of you will instead drill the holes after you've baked the clay. And I believe that you should do the method that you're most comfortable with. Once all the clay pieces are attached with the metal findings, you can hang this to the bamboo stick by either tying them using the same burlap twine or using metal findings, or even making your own wall hangings using other pieces of clay. And that is it for our weekend tutorial. I hope that you learned something new from the Craft Time Studio. And if you haven't yet, please do consider liking and subscribing to this channel. See you next week and happy crafting! Bye!